Well, hello everybody. Welcome to No Cap Chit. Welcome for your first time or welcome back. Sorry for the video quality. I'm not sure if it's showing up this way on the screen or not, but it seems to be a little blurry, but can't seem to adjust it. So we'll go with hopefully the content of this video and not the technical prowess is what you're here for. I created this channel for my kids to basically ask and answer questions that I may not be here to answer by the time they formulate them. But I thought the internet might find it helpful and useful as well. So that's why it's public. Always remember, this is for information and educational purposes only. If you need help for you personally, you should seek a professional. I'm not a professional. Not a professional. I don't even have an IT license, even though I've been in computers many years and have a degree, but I'm not a licensed professional. So seek someone licensed. Today's question: how to get a guy. How to get a guy. And it's easy. Relatively easy. I'm going to tell you how. Now, I don't know if you've ever been told this before. And I don't know really if I ever knew it till recently. I think probably just the 65 years of experience that I've been through is kind of a little bit here, a little bit there. And, well, you know, it's all added together. Anyway, if you want a long and rambling video, I'm afraid this is going to be it. I don't edit these videos, I just talk. So it could be long and rambling, but it's got a good purpose for it. Something you're going to find very interesting, I think. So it seems loneliness today for men and women is at epidemic proportions. Social media, for all its connectivity of people together, has in many respects, if you believe the newspaper reports and what's said, and I believe them, based upon what I see from others and talk to others about, it's made us more lonely, and it's prevented us from meeting that special someone. And if you go online, you'll see a lot of girls who, guys too, but this video we're talking about girls who are looking for a special guy. And in this internet explosion and this explosion of information we have around us, there's billions of tricks out there to get a guy. The first predominant one you'll probably see is these influencers. Oh, they're supermodels. They're all beautiful everywhere, and they're kind of like get this look about them. And they wear these great, clothes and fashion accessories. And if you believe what's being told to you, if you look like this, you act like this, you'll get a guy too. No, that's not it. And you'll hear everything from the mystical, like, you have to drink this herb or spice or do this chant or whatever, to kind of like the more practical, like, well, ask around, ask your friends and your family if they know somebody. But now I want to preface this by the fact that this one size does not fit all. This is not for every girl wanting every guy. You may not want some of these guys. They may not get you. There are players out there who only want one night stands, and we're going to have to address that in another video. But in this video, I want to talk about you, a true blue. If that's the word, true blue. But anyway, a lovely girl who wants to meet a lovely guy, and you want this guy to love you and to adore you and to be attracted to you. Well, it's easy. And I'm going to give you the secret weapon. The secret weapon I've learned over all these years. I am going to teach you now how to get this guy of your dreams. I'm not talking about the one night stands. That's another video. But a guy who will love you for you. And do you know how to get a guy who will love you for you? You have to be a little bit sneaky, a little bit tricky, but not really. Not really, not tricky, not sneaky. But when I say that, what I mean is you have to use a tactic which very few girls understand. It seems. Some may, but it seems they don't, from what I'm seeing. Let me first of all talk about guys. Guys are confused in this world. They're told, they should be strong. They should be like Arnold Schwarzenegger and muscular, and they should be like Superman or Spider-Man or superhero, or they've got to be, an Olympic athlete, or, they've got to be brilliant like a Bill Gates or somebody who, goes to Harvard, or they have to, but then on the other side, somebody could be the strong, the silent type, the poet. They got to be kind and nice, and so guys are confused. That in this day and or world that we live in, guys don't know what a guy is. Now I know there's derivations, there's gays, and there's bisexuals and lesbians, and LGBTQ plus, and I'm not talking about derivations. They do exist, and they need to be understood and accommodated as well. But I'm talking about a regular girl who loves a guy, and a regular guy who loves a girl. Is that the word straight? I guess the word straight. Pardon my language. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I just don't know the modern language. Straight. A straight girl wants a straight guy. So what you have to do as a girl is this. Appeal to his manlyhood. This straight guy out there loves the fact he's a guy. And he loves the fact he wants to know that he's a guy. He wants to be the guy that he sees around him, the Arnold Schwarzeneggers or the great songwriters or whatever. He sees these guys who are all achieving, the Olympic athletes. And he's always asking himself, am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Am I strong enough? Am I good enough provider? Do I make enough money? Doubt. And you girls know that too, because you girls always doubt your femininity too, right? Am I pretty enough? Am I this or am I that or whatever? We as human beings doubt. We doubt ourselves. So this, girls, is your secret weapon. Go to this guy and don't, I try to be as attractive as you can. You're probably not going to be a supermodel. And, those supermodels don't really usually exist either. They're all airbrushed, and, the lighting and the cosmetics and this and that. They don't look like that in real life, usually. Most of us are regular guys and regular girls. Guys want girls. Girls want guys, the straight ones. So appeal to that. This guy wants a girl, and he doubts that he's a man. Appeal to that. So what do you do to that? What do you do in that case? Well, you dress up as nice as you can. You don't look like a slob. You dress up as a feminine girl. You put your jewelry on and your dresses and this and that, but dress appropriate for the occasion, but don't overdo it. Just look nice. Look nice. And then what do you do with this guy? Here's your secret weapon. You don't come at him flirtatious. You don't come at him like you're trying to win him. You don't come at him like you want to be his girlfriend. Here's the secret weapon. You come at him like you want to be his friend. You come at him like you want to be his friend. And you be his friend. Because if you're going to form a long-term relationship, ultimately that's what it's all about anyway. If you're looking at somebody for their looks, well, those looks ain't going to be there when they're 65. They're not going to look the same at 65 when they did when they're 20. So what are you going to do at 65? Go look for another 20-year-old? If that's possible, they may not want you. You're going to grow old, and you're going to grow old hopefully gracefully. So appeal to this guy's sense of being a man. He wants to be a man, but he doubts it. He wants to be a guy, a true man, but he's not sure what that is, and he doubts it. Doubt. The same as you girls have doubts. I know I've said that before, but I want to keep emphasizing that because it's important. So what you do, you dress up as nice as you can, appropriate for the situations, and you become his friend. And understand the fact that he wants to be a man, he's trying to be a man, and he wants validation for being a man. So, for example, say he gets you flowers. Say, oh, these are beautiful flowers, you know. That's really remarkable of you. You know, a lot of guys I know don't do things like that. That shows your feminine side, your true balance. You're a real guy. He's gonna love that because he's not sure. He wants validation. Don't lie to him, but you can, you know, you don't want to lie to this guy, but you can, you know, figure ways to say things without lying, right? If he doesn't look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, don't say you look like Arnold. Don't say you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. If he doesn't, you know what Arnold Schwarzenegger is. Am I dating myself? But if you say, look, who's famous today? Brad Pitt. I think he might even be outdated a bit. But say if he doesn't look like Brad Pitt, don't tell him he looks like Brad Pitt if he doesn't. But say, you know, man, you look like a real guy, a real man. I'm really attracted to how you look, or something like that. But I wouldn't suggest you start talking about looks initially. Become his friend and appeal to his male ego. If he say he's say you're watching him play baseball and he strikes out, he's going to feel like he wasn't a man. He failed. A man would have hit the ball and got a home run, but he struck out. He's a failure. You go up to him and you tell him, you know, you didn't fail. You went up to that plate. You showed up. You tried. Lesser man wouldn't have showed up. And you get a home run next time. I'm tearing up as I'm saying this because it's so emotional. Because we've all would have loved as growing up to have a girl say that to us. But girls are confused too. They don't understand how to be a girl. And guys don't understand how to be guys. So hopefully this message is getting through to you. I'm going to probably have follow-up videos because this is going on 12 minutes. But that's what you do. If you want more videos like this, give me a comment down below, or, you know, the share and subscribe and all that stuff or whatever. But let me know if you like this. If you want me to tell you the honest truth from a 65-year-old what the deal is, and I'll elaborate more. But just leave a comment below and a like and all that stuff. Anyway, I better stop commenting now. It's almost 13 minutes. Anyway, going to sign off. Hope you like this video. Hope you learned something new. Rambling on, but like I say, I don't edit them. And we'll see you next time. Always remember, be good to yourself, be good to others, and we'll catch you later.